Where do you think you sit in the scale of things for the race for second place?
I think we're in pretty good nick. I mean, there's obviously 3 very important games for ourselves coming up, which is what we have control over, and that's all we can do. We need to make sure that we win these last 3, and then hopefully, as everything else goes our way as well, then we'll be close and thereabouts. And but obviously those games don't really matter if we don't put it all together this weekend and bounce back from the defeat at Suncorp.
So how you see the final 3 games is 9 points minimum?
Well, absolutely. I think we have to view every game as a potential 3 points. It's going to be very difficult. It's always hard going to Newcastle. Obviously, they've been doing well, especially on the weekend, so they'll be full of confidence this week and leading into it. And it's a tough trip to Wellington, so it's definitely not going to be easy for us. I think throwing the mix as well. We've got a couple of Champions League games and a little bit of travel, but we've handled the load quite well, I think, over the last month. And if anything, I think we've taken more confidence from our travels away in the Champions League than anything else.
The lure is second spot with a win, but with the ladder the way it is and the fact that you are playing both Sydney and Newcastle, I mean, you don't really want to think about potential losses, but a loss puts you back in the potential of even missing out altogether, such as the closeness of ladder 2. So there's a bit riding on the weekend's game, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. There's still a lot to play for a lot of teams. The ladder's extremely close. I think our mentality has to be a positive one. I think that we have to look at it, with the hope that we're going to get that second spot. We're very keen on that with our schedule. It means another week off and a home game as well. So look, we're under no illusions that it's going to be very, very difficult. But in saying that again, we've taken a lot of confidence out of the last month, and we believe it's very achievable.
Given everything you've just spoken about for the last 2.5 minutes, plus the fact that it's your last home game, does this make it almost the biggest game of the season?
Yeah, well, I think this weekend will be, and then next weekend will be for us. At the moment, as you spoke about, we can if we don't put in a good performance and get a good result, it can become extremely tough for us. If we do put in a good performance and get a good result, then we're looking at the best case scenario. So yeah, it is. It's massive. As I said, this week's been very much about, first and foremost, us getting the chance to have a full week's training, a little bit of recovery as well, so that we're in the best nick possible for this weekend.
Could be Alessandro Del Piero's last trip to Melbourne, who knows? Is it still cool though playing against him and still get a buzz when you see him running around the field?
Yeah, of course. It's he's been a massive draw card for the A-League, I think the league in general. But again, I don't think we'll be too concerned about him this weekend. I think it's more exciting for us at the moment that we have the potential to do great things this season, and that's what our focus will be.
He still is important though to the team, isn't it? So as much as you're not focusing on him per se, you've still got to shut him down in order to nullify Sydney as well, don't you? Yeah,
of course. But I think Archie Thompson's important to us. I think Tommy Rogic, our front 4, I think everyone's important to us. And again, this is our home game. I don't think in the past when they've come here, he hasn't been the focal point of everything. And I think that showed last time, although he had a good game. I don't think the damage was done by him per se. I think if we go into the game focusing on him, that's when we're going to get hurt. They're going to be looking to bounce back and get some good results. As I say, everyone's still in the mix. So I think our best chance of being successful from now until the end of the year is to make sure that we do our due diligence on them, but that we do what we do and we do it well.
What's the bigger picture feeling within the squad about how close that match was last weekend?
It's always hard. Away games, are always tough, and going to Suncorp especially, they've been outstanding this year. They've been very good for a long time actually, but especially this season. So, it's tough going there. We knew it was going to be a little bit of a grind, but I think we'll take a lot of confidence from our defensive effort, especially. We have a lot of potency going forward, and generally, obviously the weekend being an exception, we generally score goals. So I think defensively we were very good, as we've been over the last few weeks especially. It's been a big talking point over the course of the season. So for us to sort of defensively as a unit be so compact and follow the game structure, I think we'll take a lot of confidence from.
How's Adama?
Yeah, Adama's good.
just well in life? Or no, I mean, just like how's his knee going?
We haven't done a great deal this week. As far as I've heard and from him, he's doing very well.
And Nick Ansell in the same boat. Should he be able to come back after missing last week?
I'm honestly not sure about Nick. I couldn't tell you. He's I think he's still a little bit sore, but I'm not sure what will happen there.